It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Here we are with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel Shaquille O'Neal, Ernie Johnson. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports.
Bye, Ernie.
Everyone's in their seats here at the Oracle Arena as the Golden State Warriors look to grab a win in front of the home crowd here. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us. And from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. For the Milwaukee Bucks, they come in off a good outing against the Timberwolves. Guys, kind of a battle there. They pulled out a 4-point win, though.
You know what? It's a fine line between attacking but yet staying under control, and they did, and that's why they shot such a high percentage.
But they worked through their plays until they found some decent looks, and then they did a great job finishing.
Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. We've got Chandler Parsons. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Nance. Then it's Harden, and it's Thomas in at the 2. And Chris, some interesting matchups at guard tonight. We could see some fireworks here in this one.
Oh, man, they're going to be putting dudes on ice skates. Nobody's going to want to be on the island because you're going to get crossed over. Do not fall down. Jump shots in the face. I cannot wait to watch this matchup.
Now, here's Schroeder. There's the pick. The pass to Sabonis. 6 to shoot. Here's McCollum. They get the rebound. And again, Jokic. Jokic has got his second bucket tonight.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, yeah, he's a guy who can carry you for stretches, long stretches in this game. You want to get him involved early and often.
Harden, that's good.
And it's clear that Harden is a high IQ player. I mean, in pick and roll sets, you can see it. His decision maker is just extraordinary.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Schroeder kicks to Sabonis. Here's Warren over Valanciunas, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
Clearly a foul.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws of the game. The first one falls.
And when you see T.J. Warren on the court, I just love his activity. I mean, he's always cutting and moving without the basketball. Very adept at finding those openings on the floor.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And Warren last season had his year interrupted by injury, cooled off after the fast start. But, Greg, he will always play with that activity.
Yeah, and he's so good at switching directions on a defender. Seemingly simple moves help him create great space both with and without the ball.
Well, James Harden has always acted as the initiating guard in any offense he's been in. But last year, he just took it to a new level. Coach D'Antoni, Harden was running the offense. He ended up with double-digit assist numbers for the season.
And both free throws good for James Harden. And those assist numbers for Harden, a career high by a mile. Crazy to think a player who came in from Arizona State, was viewed as a spot shooter, is now a double-digit assist guy.
You know, people always debate whether or not Harden is a point guard or a shooting guard, but honestly, who cares? He just has game. His role in the offense is that of getting buckets or setting up teammates. I mean, to assign a label to him, for what? He has game.
Now Thomas following the three-point attempt by C.J. McCollum. Harden with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. On its way from Parsons for 2. Here's Valanciunas. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Valanciunas has got his first basket.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Here's Sabonis. McCollum outside. Jokic with a screen on Thomas. Here's McCollum. Again, McCollum missing.
That's giving him too much space from mid-range. It doesn't hurt him there. They can't keep doing that.
Valanciunas sets a screen for Harden. Parsons for three. New 24 for Milwaukee. Valanciunas, good.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Booker passes to Warren. They set the screen. And it's McCollum in the corner. Drills it from outside.
McCollum is incredibly dangerous from outside. Awesome at finding available spaces. He shoots it with ease.
Harden dishes to Valanciunas. Back to Harden. Nance a screen. Oh, the lob to Valanciunas. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And here we go. And Jokic slams it in.
McCollum is always aware. Fantastic skipping the ball over to the open man.
Parsons with a screen on McCollum. Thomas kicks to Harden. From deep. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Bucks lead by 1. Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And look what we've seen. Milwaukee in the lead.
And watching James Harden, the amount of shots he is able to create for himself and his teammates, he just does so much from his position that is unrivaled. One of the greatest offensive threats, not only today, but really of the last decade.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, they've got McCollum. Sabonis is out there with Warren. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Schroeder in at the point. And for Harden, he's been in the conversation, Greg, for MVP for several years. The way he's able to just carry an offense with his creativity garners attention.
And Kevin, I think he might have won it last year if it wasn't for the amazing season put in by Russell Westbrook. Don't count Harden out, though. He's such a unique talent on offense. Maybe this will be his year to bring home that MVP award.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, it may not be the era of the center in the NBA, but Jonas Valanciunas has something to say about that. He said, I try to make sure they don't forget about centers. I'll keep reminding them. The league is full of guys that can do different things, but I still think you need a center that can rebound the ball and score in the low post. I agree. Kevin?
The centers are still important, David. Good to see Valanciunas making his presence felt in the paint. Here's Warren, and unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. The Bucks have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Harden, no good.
No, that's just a quick move to the 10 and an even quicker reaction by the D to stop.
From 15 feet away, and the shot by Warren, no good. And it's Milwaukee's ball. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Well, yeah, and you have to give him credit too. Makes the right read go straight to the rim.
Greg, the Bucks can be a fearsome defense when things are clicking.
And the Bucks will do it with several approaches. I mean, great numbers in terms of steals and blocks. They force a lot of turnovers with their pressure and ball hawking skill. It's just a matter of when the offense can catch up to the defense.
A three from McCollum. A three-pointer is right on target. McCollum's got 6 points.
Great timing from McCollum. Outstanding at filling out the D and burning them with the catch and shoot, Jay.
Nance a screen. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And he wasn't going to get away with that one. Still in motion when he set that screen.
He even knew he wasn't in good position. He tried to slide himself into a better spot. The official wasn't happy.
Over to the left wing. Warren on the wing. 5 on the clock. Jokic sets the screen for Warren. over Parsons, and it's Golden State with another.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
And there's the feed to Thomas. Man's a screen. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And Isaiah Thomas, phenomenal in the pick and roll game.
Well, he's one of the best isolation scorers in the league. It's almost impossible to keep him in front of you because he has so many ways to score. He has a low center of gravity. He's quick, and he's not afraid of contact.
Schroeder against Harden. Lets it go from deep. They get it again. Jokic. No good that time.
Thought he was going to be able to take advantage of the D there. He had the space.
And Valanciunas kicks to Thomas. To the paint. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Thomas. And now a 5-point Bucks lead.
That's just the vision of Thomas, spotting the open man and delivering the ball on time and on target.
Harden. The shot will not fall. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that is...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime
Welcome
Show.
back, folks. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. The biggest lead they were able to get out to during the first period was 6 points. Well, for the Bucks, Kenny, what's your take?
They were really efficient on offense, shared the basketball well, great shot selection. That accounted for a high field goal percentage in the first half.
That's it for halftime. Glad.
A look there at the Golden Gate Bridge, blanketed, shrouded in fog. What a sight. Welcome back to the Bay Area, everyone. Here's Thomas. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Hands out there with Jonas Valanciunas. Then it's Harden. Then it's Isaiah Thomas. And it's Parsons in at the 5, roaming the paint.
You just love how Harden moves the rock. When a teammate is wide open, he gets it to him so fast.
It's good on the putback.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Thomas kicks to Nance. From deep. Sabonis grabs the board.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
McCollum against Thomas. That's it, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Jokic. We always talk about how different eras of the NBA had different feels and how the game was called and how the game was played. Chris, what is the biggest change you have seen to the game since your era?
2 changes. One, you can't handshake, and that's really physical. That used to wear you down, take you out the game, and that stopped the freedom of movement. And that, along with playing the zone, where you can't just guard a guy and have to stay in your area. Those are 2 big changes because it really helped the offense. And so we want to see a lot of scoring, but today it's not easier to score because these guys have wonderful skill sets, but the game makes it easier to score because of the rules, because you can get to the line so many times. Because before a handshake, you couldn't get to the free throw line if a guy pushed you out of bounds almost, because the game was expected to be physical.
Right. McCollum against Thomas. McCollum passes to Schroeder. Shot clock at 6. Jokic with his screen on Parsons. Pulls up on the wing. Rebounded by the Bucks. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one. And Valanciunas kicks to Harden. A minute 42 left to play in the third. Dishes to Nance. Jokic with the steal. Nobody near Schroeder. That doesn't go either for Schroeder.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Warriors trail by 6. And the Warriors dominant last season again, not only because, Greg, of their offense, but because of their defense. One of the best in the NBA, and they're just so active on that end of the floor.
No doubt about it. And you know what? Credit their personnel, because it allows them so much more flexibility defensively. And even when they go small, they have excellent rim protection. They're a physical bunch. I just don't think they get enough credit for their rebounding. One of the better teams in our league.
He feeds it to Warren. Jokic sets the screen for Warren. And stolen by Parsons. It's Harden with the drive, and the layup's good off the glass. And now it's an 8-point Bucks lead.
This score will be very different without his offense. He's been terrific.
The Warriors have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. There's a good screen. Shooter kicks to Jokic. Over Thomas, and Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Schroeder. 14 points for Jokic.
If they increase the tempo, they got a chance at a 2-for-1.
Yeah, it's a combination of urgency and efficiency. Let's see how they execute.
Thomas kicks to Harden. Over to the wing. 5 to shoot. They get it back. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket. Harden's got the lead up to 8 now for the Bucks.
All right, even when the D is all over Harden, he gets it done. Just a remarkable talent who continues to improve.
And it's Schroeder missing. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play getting started. Warriors trail by 8. We've got Dennis Schroeder. Jokic is out there with Sabonis. Then there's Warren, and it's McCollum in at the 2. So that's the group out there for Golden State. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
And when you watch the Warriors, one thing that just jumps out is their passing. Everyone on this team, they allow the ball to dictate where it goes. Just unselfish to a fault.
Valanciunas with the ball. Now defended by Warren. Offensive rebound. Here's Nance. Gets himself open and drills it.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Jokic sets the screen for Schroeder. It's Jokic top of the key. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 4 assists now tonight. And the Warriors last year averaging right around 30 assists a game as a team. Greg, just a huge number, and they led the league in that regard by a wide margin.
Yeah, the passing they do is what they purpose as well. And I really feel like they have the highest collective basketball IQ in the game. I mean, they get a lot of free points off backdoor cuts or leak outs, and that's all because of their ball movement and awareness as a group.
6 on the shot clock. Jokic, Valanciunas grabs the board. Valanciunas has got 7 rebounds in the game. Thomas, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Pound for pound, the best in the league at drawing fouls. Isaiah lives at the line.
That free throw good from Isaiah Thomas. And both free throws good for Thomas.
He's so confident, so self-assured on every free throw he takes.
Schroeder outside, and he makes the bucket through contact and gets the whistle too.
Unbelievable basket. I mean, giving up a lot of height there, but he was not to be denied.
Now that's a gutsy take on his part to make that happen. Many would not have tried that over the larger defender.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Harden with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Here's Harden.
Now that's what I'm talking about right there.
right there.
I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. A superb athlete.
That was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. McCollum kicks to Jokic. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And that's 21 points for Jokic.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
And defensively, you know he's feeling good right now. And as the opposing team, you better adjust your scheme accordingly.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
And Harden was the runner-up for the MVP award in 2015, a dynamite player, and continues to excel in all aspects of the game. Now that's killer instinct at the line, hoping them pull away a little.
Harden against Schroeder, feeds it to Warren. McCollum outside, Rocket 6. There's Sabonis, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
And it's not easy trying to defend McCollum in pick and roll. He does a nice job spreading the deal when he's set.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
I think you'll probably see more arguments on those illegal screen calls than just about any other play. Maybe the charge call, but guys never think they're removed.
And that one's good. Schroeder, listen to that.
What is the decibel count in this building?
Here's the screen. Nance a screen from deep three-point range, and Harden with the basket on the assist from Thomas. Harden's got 7 points here in this quarter.
As if there was any question, Harden with the big-time play.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Pass to Thomas. Nance a screen from the arc. Harden can't hit.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
The best laid plans, right? Well, I tell you right there, though, that's one they'll take every single time.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game. Timeout called the Warriors. They're trailing by 7. 27 seconds left in the game. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. It's tipped. Outside Thomas. So it's Milwaukee picking up the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight.
And 18. Jokic had a good game with that 63 and 18. Schroeder continues to keep you in games and keep you out of games. I think McCollum needs to get more shots, though. Way more shots than Schroeder. Same with Warren. Schroeder should only be taking like 1 or 2 shots a game, honestly. Harden dropped 75. Thomas had 30. This might be the best backcourt in the league if Maybe if Thomas was like another 4 inches taller. Valanciunas with the triple-double, 24, 24, 12.